There's only one way to go, and it's up. Yo, turning the chaos into they loss, but you're safe here with us. Breaking down, always profound. Welcome to the DAMD podcast with your boy DA and the homie MD. Coming through with what you need to make your peace guaranteed. How you doing today, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
Talking to me?
Who else is here? Rue?
Lots of
dog
people
over
in.
there?
Lots
just
of people.
chilling?
There's lots of people in here.
Anyway.
I don't consider them people though, but they're here.
Everybody is a body, so we are everybody.
What was good? I'm okay.
Okay. It's better
I'm being an adult today, man. I woke up at like 6 o'clock. I did a cold plunge. Went for like a 6 mile run.
Oh, nice. Yeah. It's all bullshit, but it's good. It's good to hear though. It sounds good on paper.
On paper it does, yeah.
Yeah. I love paper. But anyway.
Those are goals of mine. That's what I dream
Yeah.
about. These are dreams.
Tomorrow I'm going to do it. Tomorrow, you know. You write it down in your planner. It's like, I'm going to do this, and
always
this.
Tomorrow, man.
I'm going to wake up.
I got it.
I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. and I'm going to do all these things. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, it's 4:07. I already fucked up. I can't do any of that shit now.
Yeah, like everything closes at 5.
Fuck, it's 4:07. Damn.
Just throw something
I screwed
on.
up, man. All right.
I
guess I'll just go to sleep and wake up tomorrow. I guess that's what we'll
do it all over again. I get stuff done.
Yeah.
I'm arguing in my head right now. What are you looking for?
Currently arguing with. I'm looking for my notebook. My
Drew's on the
my
search
special
for the notebook. Is that not it right there that you're holding?
I mean,
the little one. The little one.
Yeah, I have multiple notebooks. Yeah.
Fuck. It might be. Check. Oh no, I can't do this by myself, man.
Oh no. There you go.
The awkward silence of podcasting. Yours truly, MD.
It's cool.
ASMR,
We're back.
or whatever it's called.
With the
Did you find it?
handy dandy notebook. No, I'm just
good.
we're cutting this whole thing. I just destroyed this shit from the start.
I don't think so.
I mean, no, of course not. We're still going good.
Oh, yeah.
So what if I made a Blue's Clues reference? It's not.
We all grew up on it, man.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew about that stuff. We were all talking junk to
didn't
people
watch
who
Blue's
still
Clues?
watched it. No, they get to an age and you're just like, you still watch Blue's Clues? I'm watching SpongeBob.
Okay.
It was savage. Kids are savages, man. They are the original savages.
I mean, I had my shows.
You ever think about how, like, the first human being lived from being a kid to adulthood by themselves?
What?
Yeah, like...
Okay, so
like,
no parents.
Like, we have this... we have Adam and Eve as one beginning.
See, this is where it's like, I need the Notebook. Because I know this came straight from
This
the
is not from the Notebook. This is off the top of the head,
Okay,
actually.
all right, what are you saying?
I'm just running with this. But...
I'm following.
Yeah, the original
No parents.
human being, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg type of thing.
Right.
You know, but with humans, the very first two, like, kind of gives credence to, like, the biblical version, because how were we living at all? It's the first humans without a male and a female, because we couldn't reproduce without that. So,
well, you're the Christian.
I know, and that's why I give credence to the Adam and Eve story, and I'm just like, what other things do we have to give us the reasoning behind? Like, was the first monkey male fucking the first human female, or
right,
you
so
know, that's where it gets crazy.
My question is, how recently have you started having these thoughts?
I'm just going off the top of my head.
I know, but
we need
like,
to get
when
off
did
this
these-
subject.
No,
for
but
sure, because I don't have anything to.
I do. I have a lot
to fill it out, but yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take you down the rabbit hole. How recently have you had these thoughts?
I literally just came up with this topic.
And you never had that.
I've
You've never thought about that
thought,
ever.
I would just
what
go.
came first, the chicken or the egg, or
I thought chicken or egg,
like the human species.
But I simply you simply go with the Adam Eve storyline.
No, you don't.
No, I mean, not saying it's simply enough to do it, But if you are of the
love
Christian faith,
right,
you can run with that storyline.
Okay,
But,
all right, okay.
But if you are also of the Christian faith, there's not too much reason.
I can't prove it wrong.
Yeah. There's not too much reason to think deeper than that because we don't really ask that question.
I just know there's a lot that we don't know. So
yeah,
that's what I do know.
For sure.
The more that I've found out, it's what's that? It's like the more you know, the less you know that you don't know.
Like we could go on
well,
like some really debased shit, and you'd have a situation where like the original human beings came from this crazy monkey orgy or something. Like you
I don't know
exactly.
I can't prove that wrong either.
Yeah, we're tripping out on the beginning of it all. It's deep. But we've been going for a minute now. This is the first episode. I haven't even said that. This is the first episode of the damn podcast. And I just want to give y'all who are listening a brief little 411 on like what we're trying to do with this podcast. It's pretty simple. It's nothing crazy. We're just trying to make sense of the world for our listeners and help people find peace. You know? Because this shit's crazy. Everybody knows there's chaos. But if you know the lens to look through, the chaos doesn't. It makes more sense, man. You can focus in and you can navigate that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like
navigate
it.
Yeah.
What's crazy is I'm hoping that this is. I don't know. Never mind. I do hope that there's good that comes out of this.
Never mind what's on your mind. Yeah. No, I mean, the goal is to touch people, you know, in some pause.
Very provocative ways.
Pause. I paused before you said provocative.
Nope,
you gotta
counts.
Take that
out.
It
counts. It definitely counts.
Flag on the play. Replay first down.
We're gonna have so many. What is it? Me Too's, man. They're gonna come out. We all know what you've done. What?
Oh, Me Too's?
Yeah, man.
I have no Me Too's in my roster in my history.
No,
I don't mess with these hoes, bro. Not like that, man. I gotta keep my grind on right, you know?
Right.
Cause I see the world, bro. Like that's the thing. When I was younger, I was focused. Like I was like, hey, I'm a young dude. I'm pretty smart. I can kind of talk to people, and if I just get my shit together, I'll be able to get all the girls in the world. And then reality hit, and I realized there's a lot more shit I need to do if I was even gonna like be able to hit my levels that I wanted to hit. And even still, I could have done it at any time if I just figured out what to say and who to say it to. And that's just how things are. But at this point, it's just like I'm not chasing nothing, man. I'm not chasing.
Don't.
And I think that is
of. What do you mean by that?
We're gonna be touching that.
Don't chase what
on this. Don't. That's the issue, man.
I guess you shouldn't chase anything, really.
What
chasing is a bad
worth chasing?
Or I mean, you should have goals.
Like, I remember, like you got the tortoise and the hare, man.
What are you going? All right, go.
The tortoise and the hare. The tortoise just goes steadily forward.
I don't talk.
The tortoise, yeah, okay. This is what happens when I take over. We're just jumping from thing to thing. The tortoise is going steadily forward.
Go, buddy.
The hare just wants to win the race, but the tortoise is so garbage. He's not even worried about that, man. So,
bring it back around, man.
All I'm saying.
Yep. Where is it? What's the lesson?
All I'm saying is you need to just keep moving, man. You just need to keep moving. Exactly like this conversation. Even if we run into 1,000 walls.
Like every single one of my exes right now.
This is the first episode, so we can figure this shit out as we go.
There's that. I feel bad. I don't think I'm gonna try my best. You said this is episode 1.
Yeah.
No name dropping. Rule number 1.
No name dropping.
But so I have a story.
You can do a creative spin on them.
What?
You can drop a nickname.
This is a non-fiction character.
Yeah.
But I can make them fictional.
Be clever,
if you want
man. Switch it up.
I can just be Dr. Seuss with it.
I'm the metaphorical man, so.
All right. So if I give you a scenario, you chat GPT. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll chat. I'll totally AI it up, bro.
All right. So
I will use my artificial intelligence to figure
all right.
out the,
What was? I don't even remember my story.
figure out the whole algorithm, son.
Oh, it's not a very good story for the first podcast. Are you sure you want me to still tell it?
Sounds like the perfect story for the first podcast.
Okay. No, it's not. It's not really.
Okay, then
you just started talking about.
I'm sorry.
Talking.
I'm sorry. I'll
No,
let you take control.
I got it.
Now we're just.
We're good. We're still good.
We're gonna leap over it.
Keep
moving.
We're not. Yep. Leaped over.
Keep moving,
Done.
man. Rat tortoise in the hair. Hair leaps over.
Yeah.
Hair leaps over.
Who's the winner in that story, by the way?
Tortoise totally wins, but
Tortoise. Yeah, that's right.
But
slow and steady.
the hair's leaping over the walls, and then
What if you-
then he's taking a break.
What?
But-
Yeah, bring that analogy up in the bedroom.
Oh yeah.
So you were talking. You just like it's not that you were talking like I mentioned. Just like I got lost when you were talking.
Oh yeah,
A little bit.
I guess that can happen. From time to time.
One time, it's only happened to me. It's probably happened to me more than once. But I remember I was called out for it because I actually fell asleep during a conversation. And I wasn't even talking to this girl. I was talking to this girl. I was best friends with a dude that got in a little bit of trouble, and he was not available to talk because he was in a situation with
Them boys.
with the boys.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was talking to me, and she's like, I don't even know if I want to be in this situation. I was like, no, he's a good guy. It's like, you just need to look, you just hold out for him. He's gonna be all right. She's like, I don't know. It's just, and he was immature. We were all immature, and she was probably the more mature person in the entire.
Because women mature the quickest.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I just remember like trying to I was up. It was late. I was probably fucked up. And I was just trying to keep her like motivated to like stick into the relationship, right? Why this guy was behind bars.
Keep it going, girl. You got it.
For
Wait
the wrong
for
reasons,
him.
but
You'll be the very best.
but I remember falling asleep because he just started talking, and I don't know. So what's crazy is so far this conversation not very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're still here,
You're just waiting for me
I
to
think
talk
it's
again.
probably like it makes sense that just to make fun of the fact that I'm making fun of having this is when I over explain shit.
He's got a basketball Jones.
What?
Yeah.
I got bored of a conversation and fell asleep, and now I'm sitting here trying to entertain, or not entertain, but I guess you know what I'm saying. And I just don't want to be boring. I don't want to come off boring.
I got you. Because
There's
you don't
so
want
much stuff
people
that
falling
this
asleep.
is episode 1, which is crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
But I just
crazy,
want to
man.
let everybody know we have a shit ton of things to talk about. All right, we're gonna stay on like highlighted events for sure. Man, I already know this is gonna sound cringy
Current
as fuck,
events.
but current events, stuff like that. Our personal opinions, because me and him don't see eye to eye on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I think what we could do too is like just go like a little bit into our past and talk about how we met, why we're here, what we're trying to do. DMD or DA, sorry.
DAMD.
MD.
Solido. The damn podcast.
The damn podcast.
But,
Yes, sir.
exactly. Bringing it back.
Hey, and he came up with it too, which is crazy. I had so many things on my head as far as like, man,
Yeah, we
episode
went
1.
through a
So
few
fucking
different
just
names.
stick with us. It's gonna be a fucking long ride.
It's a ride.
It is.
It's a roller coaster.
Steady, like what, the tortoise?
Are we going up the roller coaster or are we going down? We don't even know yet, man. We're
This
figuring
guy,
that
man.
out as we go. But
Look at him. Here you go. Do you want me to
Yeah,
hold it?
no,
Can I
no,
talk
no.
about some
Don't,
stuff?
don't. You don't even know
Oh,
what
I
it
can't.
means,
I
do you?
can't. I shouldn't look
Do you
at
know
it.
what it means?
I don't know.
I don't think
Oh,
we
I
know
feel
what
like
it
I
means.
felt like I was holding gold right there.
This is the magic. This is where the magic happens. We're still on the very
I
first
ripped it
topic.
like what?
We're still on the very first topic. This is still the intro. We're still in the intro.
Of
The intro
the
of
beginning
of
the end of the dam.
who we are,
The Damned podcast.
and
How could
what
you
the
take that?
podcast is about.
The Damned, man. Are we damned? Or is it just the Damned podcast, man?
That's the question. That is the question. Are
We're
we
going to
damned?
get into it. We're definitely going to get into it. We're going to figure it out. I'm chewing ice, bro. I don't give a fuck.
For everybody who is listening right now, are you damned? No.
Drew, you're too serious, man.
You have a shot.
You know what's crazy, though?
That's why we're here.
This is
We're here to
serious.
help you through. We're here to help you through. And
Bruce.
it may be dumb. It may be fun. But everybody knows we're going to get it till it's done. So let's keep it moving.
I like it, man. Keep them coming.
I can't stop, man. I can't stop.
I can't do it.
I just do these things. But yeah. The damn podcast is about just
good,
helping
man.
people make sense of things. Simple as that. So we touch on the current events. We touch on relationships. We touch on just
Drew,
social
how'd we
dynamics.
meet? Drew, how'd we meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah.
Huh. 4 and...
Christ.
No.
How
We
did we
met over email.
Email? Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when we first started.
The
talking,
first
yeah.
time we talked was over email.
We were talking about
I
TVs
said,
and
yo,
Xboxes
I'm
and
bringing a
stuff. I was like, yo,
TV,
this is-
and I got Xbox. I
really
got this stuff. Like, what you got, homie? And he's like, I don't really got much, but we gonna have some fun. I was just like, damn, bruh, why ain't you got like an Xbox and a TV too?
I'm not bringing any of that.
He did not bring any of that. He brought his lifeguarding outfit. He brought like 3 of them. So he walk around campus in the lifeguarding
No, I
outfit.
didn't. No, I
and
didn't.
and the chicks would be like, "Ooh, why is he in a lifeguarding outfit?
No, they didn't.
What
They
is-
definitely didn't.
What is he doing? He's
They
just
definitely did not do that.
that's so mysterious. There's not even a pool here."
I definitely didn't do that.
Yeah, man. And all the girls would come over and they'd be like, "Hey,
And you'd answer
Can
the
you-
door and they go, "Where's
can-
your friend?"
can you get me a towel?"
What?
That's what lifeguards do. Get towels, right? Is that part of the job?
People would it's
part of the job.
Okay. So we met in,
Yes,
I guess
we
first
met
time
in
that
college.
we met was through
Through emails.
email.
We both
then,
found
we
out we were
were-
going to be in this dorm,
Do
the
you
high
think that-
rises.
do you think that because we are 2 or like within hours apart from being born in the same, or like, I don't think that the northern parts, the fact that you're born in Chicago and I was born in Dayton or Kettering. I'm not going to give too much information away. This is first episode and they're already doing fucking research
Whoa.
on us. I cannot have that. So should we edit that?
I don't mean.
Listen. All right.
mean,
so do you think that has
You
any...
think they're going to look up your birth records? Are we in an
don't
Obama
know what the fuck
situation right now?
I don't know what the
We're
fuck.
trying to figure out this dude. Where are you from, man?
Does
This is your future president right here.
No, no.
Anything but.
Yeah. No. Do you think that us being so close to and then moving to
Yeah,
Big-
let's
so
explain
born-
that out a bit more. So
born in
we were
Chicago,
both-
born in Kettering,
we were
Ohio,
both born in July,
Illinois,
one day
Ohio.
apart.
within 24 hours.
He's born in Ohio. I'm born in Illinois. For people who aren't familiar with American geography or North American geography, those states are pretty much touching.
Are they?
They're close
I'm
enough.
awful with
They're
geography.
close enough. I'm pretty bad with the geography, but they're pretty much touching.
This is
I
bad.
can bet on this.
These guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't even know they're
Obviously not.
United States.
Ohio's in the South. What does he mean?
It kind of it's not. But
It's not. It's Hurricane Valley, buddy.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. I'm just kidding. I was totally joking on that one.
Okay.
was-
So, do you think that
People
think
get
that-
Ohio and
do you-
Oklahoma
do you-
confused.
Do you? Okay. So, if you, that was a bit
It's all a bit.
and scene. Do you think that they shit, man?
piece of
UNCC
pie.
when we were made roommates, right?
Yeah.
Or dorm mates, or the
dorm
fucking guy
mates, roommates.
studio that's the size of this room. right
Crazy
here.
type of
but-
mates. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's your turn.
I'm just smoking.
What do you don't
I'm
understand
just,
what I'm saying?
I'm
Do
just
you wanna
smoking that
elaborate
roommate
on what I'm
pack
saying?
right now.
Do you think that they do that on purpose?
That's the funny thing?
We're both like within
both,
hours of being born with.
I
from
think
each
they
other.
did do that
Are you
on
older
purpose.
Or younger than I am? Are you the 12th or the 14th?
I'm the
All right, too
11th.
much information, man. I need to stop.
I mean, Sure.
No, it's dumb, man. You know how old
Yeah.
I am? Actually, you don't. Bless you.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I'm the and light guy. Remember that.
Look
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
a good
That's
way
the
to do
second
it.
way. Ooh, you
That's
don't
a
even
cough
know
button
that
right
happened.
there.
You know that happened.
Do you think that that school, like, did you ever look into, like, other, like, I know that two of our friends that lived on the 3rd floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
They fucking made their own beds. Like, they were friends prior to coming to this school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that they, like, how like, it was so fun? Actually, that's not true, because actually think about it. Our other friend, the one that you saw recently,
Mm-hmm.
that lives, it's hard not to name drop, dude.
Yeah.
I want you to
who
know
had
exactly.
who had the weirdest roommate?
Yeah, there you go.
I know
So
what
you
you're
know what
talking
I'm
about.
going with it.
This was-
It's just crazy that me and you were matched together.
This was in the before times when you could call.
because I would never have talked to you.
Yeah. No.
And you were
it's
not
true.
supposed to take that
True.
serious.
No, 100%. No,
That's
I
not
agree with
true. That's not true.
you. No, like if we weren't roommates,
Do you
and
think
I
that
was
we'd have
on
known each other?
and I was on a different floor of that high rise.
Me and you would never have known
I
each
don't
other.
like if I was on like say the 5th floor, we would never know each other.
You know what's crazy? Do they still do
Because
that?
we were on the 7th floor, our buddies were on the 3rd floor. So if I wasn't like we didn't know anyone on the 5th floor. If I
I
can
don't think
remember
so. I
correctly.
think we did, but
We need some-
it's just not.
We knew some girls up on the 10th floor. Knew some.
Did we?
Like you could know some girls on.
We knew girls on the 10th floor?
We knew some girls on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
I only know one. She was on the 2nd.
I'm just saying. Anyway, but yeah, like when you're in college as a dude, you're not trying to meet all the dudes. That's not what. But you find your crew.
I mean, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Like, and even us, like our freshman year, the first semester we didn't hang out that often. We were
Me and you?
Yeah, we were cool. Like we were totally cool the whole first semester. We had like a
The
bunch,
second semester,
we had a-
because we
we had
only,
a
I only
bunch of,
stayed
like,
on campus my freshman year.
Yeah, I know. But the first like few weeks, the first month or two, we'd hang out a lot. We'd do the things that freshmen do that they don't tell their parents. And then
I did.
yeah. And then I met my buddy, let's call him
Not on purpose.
the second month. I met the
They
second
just
half
found out
of
and
like
then I told
my duo. So I like in
might do
college.
what?
I had a little duo before we became like.
We're
better
talking about
friends.
weed now.
No, I'm
can't
talking
talk
about.
weed.
I'm talking about my boy
We gotta
Peel.
keep this piece.
Talking about
PC,
my boy
bro.
Peel.
This is PC.
I'm talking about my boy Peel East.
This is PC.
If I say the Peel East,
I know you're talking about. I know
yeah,
you're talking about.
exactly because it all coincides. But anyway, like I hung out with him. That was a crazy first semester at that school. Cause
Do you want to tell them about the? Do you want to tell this a story about freshman
we're not
year?
we're not.
Hey,
doing
by the
that
way,
one yet. That's
what?
on another episode.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're saving that story for later.
Wait, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I mean, we have a couple, but I think I know what you're talking about.
right.
Right now, as far as
This is what's
in-
crazy is like
in
so I've
freshman
known you
year, we're
since-
only in first semester and explaining the
Here,
origins.
I think I figured it out. So it's me and you telling the damned, right? I'm gonna give you. I'm right here. I'm gonna let you know. It's my goal to, at the end of it, I will give like a lesson or try to like say something that's like positive or something that you can learn from
I
this
agree.
experience.
This may be the damn
Because
podcast.
we have gotten into so much shit and.
The goal is to save people from being the damned.
Not in every
Regardless.
time was it, or all the time was it a good thing.
Because we shouldn't be.
And I hope to God if I ever had kids, they would never do the things that I did.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't think I'm ever gonna have kids. I don't think that I want kids. I think I just want my brother to have all of them, and then I get to name one of them.
That's funny. I feel like if I can get to a good enough spot in life, I'd like to have a lot of kids.
I would, man. Dude, I already had my kids' names picked out.
But it really depends on if I'm able to get to where I'd like to go.
I had my kids' names picked out. I knew what. Look, man, I ain't in this woke shit, but I wanted. This is back when, before all this. Man, this makes you feel old, doesn't it? Just to be like, is this like when I was younger and you were just like, man, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and you're just, you know what I mean,
bro?
Like, I don't want to even get into it. This is a whole nother thing we could talk about. But so I had my 2 kids' names picked out. One of them, I wanted I wanted a boy first, and it was gonna be Matt. Oh, I'm not gonna say my name. Almost did.
He was gonna be.
I think it's obvious now.
He was gonna be Johnny Rocket.
No, he's gonna be Little Junior.
Little Junior, come here, Junior.
Hey, we call him the second.
Pass the ball. Let's play some baseball.
Because he can never be the best. No.
You'll never match me, son. You will never be.
I had the names picked out. I don't even think I want to say him now. One of them, it was a boy's name, and I had his middle name picked out, which I like because the girl that I was dating at the time, that was her middle name, and my last name. And then 2 or 3 years later, I wanted to have a little girl.
Octavius and Jasmine.
Yep,
Those were her names.
And then I wanted to have a girl like 3 years later. So I had it. I thought I had it figured out, and then I just grew up and saw all the bullshit, and I was like, yikes. Shit's a little fucked up, man. And I remember having a conversation with my dad. My dad actually, one of the rare conversations he ever fucking picked up on, or that's not true. I love my dad, and he listens to me, and we talk all the time. But I remember him bringing it back up to me. He said, you remember when you said you didn't want to, I asked you if you were ever going to have kids, and I told him the same thing. I was like, yeah, I have their names picked out. This is kind of what I'd like. Obviously, faith or life doesn't, you could have the girl first, or you could have 4 girls. It's not going to, you can't just pick what you want.
Yeah.
You know? But I was like, yeah, this is what I was hoping for. I had their names picked out and all this, but I don't think I want to have kids anymore. Yeah. And he was like, why? I was like, because I don't know. And he goes into this whole thing about, so he's like, God blessed America, like God blessed America.
You have the right to have
and
kids here.
I get a lot of that. I understand, man.
Place you could be.
Real. I mean, I don't want to say anyone is in competition with anyone, but I'm very thankful for being in the position that I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I also told him, I said, I don't think I want to have kids, I don't think that I would know how to do it. Like, just seems crazy to me. Because I'd want to give them everything, you know what I mean? I would want to give them, but honestly, I don't know if I would do it in a traditional way, but I understand that it's crazy, man. I don't know what I would do. I have no idea what I would do.
We're kind of trapped by the lie of the American dream. Because
right. So
everybody wants to do better than their parents did for their kids.
I don't even know where I was going with that, but yeah. What were we talking about? How we met, dude? So UNCC, man, we're in the Queen City right now.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place to be. Yo, Charlotte, UNC Charlotte in 2007 when we first started going there is so different nowadays. Like, it's an actual reputable school as far as North Carolina goes. When you
it's almost 20,
like it's a top 5 school in North Carolina, and that's not even debatable anymore. But when we originally went, it was very up for debate. Like, nobody knew what school was gonna emerge behind that UNC Chapel Hill, Duke, NC State, Wilmington bubble. But UNC Charlotte is kind of really came into there, and we're 5 or higher, so y'all can see us.
As far as growing schools, do you think that UNCC is what do you out of the 2 schools, which one do you think is growing or will outgrow the other one in UNCC? I'm just going to ask a question because I'm awful explaining.
Go for it.
UNCC or ASU, Appalachian State University?
UNCC easy.
Right.
Easy.
But you know how big App is?
That's the funny thing, because
App's
App
huge.
is huge, yeah. And the respect that people put on App's name, like when we were leaving high school, was super high. Like, if you weren't really smart, the really smart kids, Chapel Hill, Duke. The second tier were State, UNCC, or
No,
ECU
dude,
or
no,
Chapel.
no.
What?
I got into UNCC, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking smart.
No, I'm saying second tier.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
The
I was
top
smart
tier was
enough to
Duke.
fucking graduate.
The top tier was Duke and Chapel Hill. There's a second tier where State is by itself, and then there's this
I
third.
made Asian
There's
bees.
this third tier where you got UNCW.
I graduated
UNCC,
with a 3.8.
and then under that you have your ECUs, your Western.
ECU, I got into ECU too.
Yeah, I
But
mean I got an
was
ECU. Too.
I was a mama's boy, and I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave the nest.
Shit, I got an ECU.
You know, like I was literally like my high school. Shit, I'm giving up way too much fucking information. I ain't
didn't
gonna say that.
want to. I like.
I'm not doing
ECU seemed crazy. I was like,
I did not move far from home to go to UNCC.
I kind of wanted to go to ECU, but I knew that like
I kind of
the disrespect people would put on the name of going to
ECU was
ECU.
a STD.
Because yeah, that's what everybody talked junk about ECU.
They were
It's
like the first school to give
that's the
out-
party school where you're
give
gonna
out
get an
rape-
STD
rape
and stuff?
whistles
It's like,
during Halloween.
God damn,
It's like
I don't-
everybody's wearing a rape
I ain't
whistle.
trying
What
to
is
mess
that?
with that, man? It's
I'm
crazy.
fucking like 17. I don't.
Yeah, no, we were spooked as fuck from ECU, dude.
No, I was broken in by that point.
I mean, sure, everyone had done a few things in high school, but ECU
Broken
still
in,
seemed
that's a
like
funny-
that next level. That push it to the limit school, you know? So I was just like, I'm gonna chill back, have a little bit more party, but not crazy party, you know, like ECU. I thought UNC Charlotte would be like that middle ground between highly academic and partying. Sadly enough, we got there and I'm just like, fuck, man. You know?
What?
We found some parties.
No, the
Maybe,
parties-
but
they're there.
they were there, but
I
like
just didn't invite you to them.
every weekend, man, in the old school Charlotte, I don't know what it's like now, but
I
there
don't
were
really-
so many people would go home for the weekend.
Oh, it's what's considered a suitcase school.
Yeah, it was.
It
I don't
still
know
is.
if it still is.
It still is.
I feel like with all the apartments out by here, there's no way this place is still a suitcase school.
You're still Charlotte
There's
still got
no
this. I don't know if it goes all around universities, but you get a discounted fee to live on campus your freshman year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then you can move off campus your sophomore year.
yeah. And now
I guess that doesn't really matter.
now they have
but
places off
all
campus
your freshmen. Not that I'm into
that
freshmen.
are tied to the school.
Damn, I'm
I don't think they had that before.
not helping my case. Hey man, I wanted that like that.
Whatever. Anyway, because we got like 30,000 people or something at Charlotte.
I
It's
have
got to
no
be like,
idea, but I bet it's
I don't-
bigger than that.
I feel like it was at.
Google that shit right now.
I feel like it was at 20,000 when
By the
I
way,
went
just
here, and it's got to be at least 30,000 now. And with that growth in people, like I feel like there's no way it possibly could still be a suitcase school because there's so many people who've got to still be here.
Well,
Let's
I don't
see.
know if apartment complexes are allowed to like vary off that, or what's the word I'm trying to use, like 6-month leases or 12-month leases, because you could get people stuck here.
Who
And
called that shit, bro?
what is it?
30,448. I said 30,000. I said
You
30,000.
said you called it?
Yeah, I said 30,000.
What is it? So what is it?
30,448.
Right now?
Yeah,
What was it?
that's
when we were there?
2023. In 20, I feel like there's 20,000. Let me see if we can look
Is the
that up.
doggy in the shot? The doggy's butt's in the shot? A little dog butt.
Nobody is
Little
seeing
doggy
the video right now, so talking about
No,
the
I don't
dog
give a
butt
fuck.
is
I don't
really
give a fuck, man.
is really
Hey, listen,
off-putting
so-
to the majority of our listeners.
So we are at this moment. The video, I've said this before, I'll just say it again, will not be released. If it is, me and Drew's contract's over, and then all of his dark secrets come out. I've got them all locked away in a file. So none of the videos are going out right now until I prove We gotta have some serious editing when it comes to the video.
I was a virgin until I was 78.
You were a virgin until you were 78?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Sadly. In 2007...
Wait, that was...
In 2007,
So what happened when you were 78?
22,000.
When you were 78, what happened? You lost your virginity.
Yeah.
Or did you die at 78? Because then you're not...
That's the question, right?
So when you were... Well, tell the story, man. It's your story. You were
my
78.
story.
What happened?
It's-
You lost your virginity when you were 78.
This is my party. I do what I want.
What were you doing? Were you
My
like a
party,
retired...
and I
What
do
was
what
your
I
life
want.
like? What? How did this come... How did this happen?
It's been a long career
Doing what?
as a dinosaur technician.
Ooh, what period in time?
You know,
what period in time?
When you go to
History, man.
Universal Theaters
No.
and
What
or
time?
Universal Studios, and
How-
you see the giant dinosaurs.
Jesus Christ!
I was the chief
dude.
technician.
Got you. At, what, in the 50s, the 40s,
It's-
in the 1920s?
No, I'm seven. It
You're
was 78.
Oh, it's
Was-
70. It's
and now-
1978,
and now-
and now you're 78.
Now I'm 92.
No, now you're 92. So you're telling the
So-
story when you lost your virginity when you turned 70.
78.
Was it
Yes.
72 or 78?
The 78 that would put me around 2004.
All right, bro. Jesus Christ, you're
And-
not helping yourself.
In a nice.
Let's just be.
It was,
let's.
it was a nice backwater bar. They were playing.
Okay.
They were playing jazz flute. It was a beautiful soliloquy.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even know what you just said.
Oh my goodness, man! The harmony is just unfathomable.
Was it saxophone?
Of jazz flute?
Yeah. Oh no, it was jazz flute.
Yeah, jazz flute.
Sweet. Was it Ron Burgundy playing it?
It was something like that.
Did he look like Ron Burgundy?
It was a certain type of mood in the air that was
There's a certain type of moon in the air.
mood.
Mood.
Well,
in
there
the
was
air.
a different mood in the air now that I think about it. It was a red mood. A blood mood, as we say.
You know, there's some crazy. When I'm leaving the air, man. When I leave the airport, let's just say I travel a lot, right? When I leave the airport, I've got like this drive home where it happens once a month, man. This moon is so fucking huge, dude. And you try to take a picture of it on your phone, and it doesn't give it justice.
Of course.
So I've stopped doing it. But it's like one of these things that's just like, dang. And by the time I get home, which is like a 30-minute drive, it's up in the sky, like way up in the sky. I was like, dang, that's how fast I'm
Driving.
a weird person. But that's how fast the Earth moves, I guess, and the moon.
Oh yes.
It's like, because it was so freaking close, and by there's just this 30-minute drive, it's already up in the sky, like way away. I was like, I almost feel like I imagine it. That's how big it was. When I lived in the mountains, bro, that's when I've seen the biggest moon. I literally felt like I was watching a movie. What you looking up?
I just want to know the line that he said when he played the jazz flute in
Ron Burgundy?
Yeah, he said
Or,
he just said
what,
one word. It was like
Anchorman.
Pega or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
even know. He's like, and then he said one word, and I can't remember what word he said. It's
Trying to reference Will Ferrell right now.
It's so sad.
It is sad.
I'm in a glass case of emotions. That's all I can tell you right now. I can't remember what. I
Dude,
meant to
so
say.
first episode, how we met in college. Crazy stories to come. Man. We actually had kind of an outing too. Like when I left to go to, but when I moved away from Charlotte, you were still in Charlotte just for a little bit before you moved to another location. Let's just say that. And then I lived in the mountains for a little bit in a tent, which is fun, with another buddy of mine, in an unfinished basement of a house. That's where I lived, and
this
I
is a
lived
dark
out of
period. Like we didn't
No, it
really.
wasn't- it
we
wasn't
didn't-
a dark
I'm just
period.
saying we didn't like our dark because we didn't really talk during that time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when I kind of left. I just was out of Charlotte. This is where I grew up, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the mountains for a little bit, and
Yeah, I probably like saw you maybe once that year.
and
Like, we went out there once?
and then I moved back in 2000. I want to say like 2010 or 2011. And
I was gone by then.
Yeah. So yeah, and we still didn't talk when I moved back.
Yeah.
When did we like because you came, maybe it was through Nick. Was it through Nick? Was it?
I think it might have been through Nick.
Because Nick
he
was
started living.
Oh, we're
as a
name
roommate.
dropping. Nick is a friend. You'll never see his
How
face.
many
Don't
Nicks
worry
do
about
you
it.
know? Like,
Yeah,
come
there's
on,
a lot
people.
of them.
This could
No
be any
name.
Nick.
We got to be careful with that.
Sure, for sure.
Nick, good guy.
I mean, at least you didn't throw an ER on it. That would have been fun.
What? Throw what?
An ER on Nick. That would have been fun.
Give me the. I don't know the acronym.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
An acronym of.
No,
ER.
I mean, if you threw ER on the back
What
of
is
the
ER?
name
I don't know what-
Nick,
Oh.
now you got me. All right.
Am I allowed to say
keep
that?
moving. No, we're not allowed to say that. We're keeping
Why
it.
did you say that?
I'm just saying. At least you did it. At least you.
Why
did
would
it.
I call Nick and then put ER on it?
That'd be really fucked up if you did.
You're so weird, dude. You make me want to say it now.
I mean,
'Cause I know
it's
I'm allowed.
If it's a different, it is that people are allowed to say that. They could say it's their favorite basketball team.
All right, first episode.
It's their
Racism.
favorite basketball team. What is your favorite basketball team? They just.
I want to say it so bad. It's like your sponsor. It's like just it splashes across the screen. Just did they just get away with that?
This New York basketball
Brought
team
to you by.
just recently lost
You
in the
gotta say it now.
playoffs
You
to
have to say
the
it.
Miami Heat. Alex, what is the New York Knickerbockers? Incorrect. Get the fuck off my show.
No, they've done
the
so many
fuck
bits
off
like
my
that
show.
on every every animated show, like Family Guy, fucking South Park did a good one of it.
Yeah.
When Randy or whatever was on the, it was like NIGG, and he just had to put in the last two letters or something. What was it? Oh no, it was N space GGER, and he had to fill in that one word, that one letter, which was nagger.
Yeah.
Like someone that nags,
Someone
right?
who
And
nags.
he puts in the I. It's just like Family Guy. No, it wasn't South Park. Sorry.
Yeah.
They were. That's So
some South Park stuff.
is anybody else uncomfortable at this point?
Yeah.
Besides me, Andrew?
All right. Cool. Well,
yeah.
I actually have
You
other
started
stuff to
that,
talk
by the
about,
way.
man.
I don't know where that came
I got
from.
other stuff. I got other stuff.
Yes, sir.
We've been talking on this thing for so long, and I haven't even gotten to the next topic. So
I don't give a
that's all
fuck,
your fault.
bro.
It's all your fault. I'm
Go.
putting it on you.
What's up? Sorry about my language, by
Here's
the
the
way.
question.
I love everybody.
Here is the question. What
This is gonna be bad, man.
is the definition of definition?
Whoa! What is the definition of definition? The definition of definition?
Yeah.
Defining words.
It seems simple, right?
I walked into that, didn't I?
I mean,
Defining logic, defining meaning behind a word.
defining anything.
Defining
right?
anything
You
behind
could
a word.
define. It doesn't even have to be a word. It could be anything that you see. But
What are you
I was
doing with this?
where I was going with this is
I need to stop.
we all have our different definitions of things. But what is your true definition? Are you like, because when you go to YouTube, think about it like this. You go to YouTube, you got a shitty ass connection on YouTube. You load up a video, you're trying to watch that. Boom, you're 144p. You can't see shit. You don't even understand what you're looking at. That's your
I don't
current
even understand what you're
definition.
talking about.
No, you change your resolutions.
I got you. I know. I'm
Yeah.
following you. I'm
You pop it up,
I'm just
You go up to 480p, you can see a little bit better. You go up to
Right,
720p,
right.
it's getting
Okay.
pretty clear.
Right.
You hit that 1080p, you're in full HD. You got full definition. So,
Okay, so what are you talking about?
what is the definition of definition? Goes to how can we actually see things if we don't
Dude, you're trying to
know
get
what our
real
yeah
deep
we're
into
deep
something?
we're deep.
So the only
Are you
analogy,
seeing things at 144 or are you seeing things
Well,
at
the
1080?
only, the only example that I can give you is how we've taken medicine from the the latest I know, I don't go back farther than maybe like the late 1800s, early 1900s, and how we were practicing medicine, and how we have evolved from certain practices to where we are now. It's in that time, in the late 1800s, the early 1900s, we thought that was the best. That was the best. There's like nothing's more elite than
our level
of
right here.
Practice. Right? And there's a reason they call it practice.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're practicing medicine.
Exactly.
They don't
practicing.
exactly know the answer.
So it's which I'm glad they say that, but a lot of people kind of forget
we'll
that.
Still sue them.
So we are in 2023, right? And just 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and I don't even want to even talk about it. I don't want this to be a part of the podcast at all, other than the fact that there were things that happened, and then there were these mandates, there were these certain practices thrown in, and people fell for it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they fell for it.
No, I mean, that's perfect for this question.
You, I'm a very small amount of people that didn't fall for it.
Yeah. And in my opinion, most people were looking at the situation in 144. They weren't able to look at the situation in 1080 and see the clear what was going on. And
So,
I feel like that is kind of the crux of what we're trying to hit at this podcast.
So
we're trying to help people
how
raise their definition from that really crappy, low latency to bring it up to high definition, because that's what we're trying to give y'all. We're trying to give them high definition.
Yes. The getaway. I don't want to protest against protesters, so never mind. Do whatever you want to do. Just know that there's a lot of bad information out there. There's a lot of I hate to say mainstream like propaganda, or because it's not necessarily propaganda. Propaganda is a different thing. Propaganda is more of like, we just show you what we want to show you, and you don't have the ability to even watch shit like what we're doing. Like, that's true propaganda. You actually do live in a free state or a free country, sorta, and you still can get content like this. This stuff isn't banned, which is awesome. So we're going to talk about stuff that's real, I feel like, right? Mm-hmm. And know that you still can have, like, I'm definitely not trying to brainwash anybody.
No,
right?
We're trying to raise your definition.
Raise your definition.
Simple.
See things.
Like, what really, like 144p, what does that mean?
Drew, you need to stop talking like a tech dude.
We're seeing how many pixels. And no, I'm just like, this
I
is
get
the breakdown. This is the analogy. You got the 144, but you'd rather be able to see 1080. And what are you seeing? 144 perspectives
You're talking
versus
to people like in the
1,000 perspectives.
2063.
You see like, things more clearly when you have more
1080p,
perspective.
1080p or yeah.
Well, I mean, it's even different because everyone's like, I see it in 4K. Yo,
I see it in LTC.
4K, bro. Like, we're going to put this on 4K.
Nobody got the LTC.
I'm going to put this on 3D. I'm going to put this on my VR, son. This is 4K VR 3D, bro. What you know? I don't know.
I was listening to a podcast, a very famous podcast that a lot of people know about.
Sorry for the grace.
And they were talking about what our parents did as, like, in their teenager years that was embarrassing. Like, when we can look back on our parents, right?
Yeah.
And be like, I can't believe you guys wore parachute pants. How, kids are wearing, like, really, like, it just, first of all, fashion just makes it cycle. And everything comes back around, right? Regardless of what it is. But other than that, you like can name things that your parents did. Is like they wore. You remember? I think it's American Psycho with Christian Bale, where he's going into the office and he's got like his headset on, right? And then it's like connected to like a tape cassette,
a little tape deck,
dude. But he's like rocking, right? And he's just like in his head. It was like he was top dollar,
Yeah.
Working for like a firm in New York City with his own business.
And he just had a Walkman. That's how it went back in the day.
What do you think? So this question was asked on this podcast, right? So I don't want to say that I'm stealing anything, but it was good. It was a good question.
No, I mean,
I want everybody to know
we're all working off of each other for the betterment of the human race.
All right, Obama. Or is
That
your
wasn't even
Trump?
my Obama. That was more
that?
like a Trump. Yeah, it was kind of a quasi Trump.
can't do a
It wasn't a voice. It wasn't a voice. It was actually like, no, I can do a Trump.
Do a Trump. I can't.
I can't
impersonate.
If I'm gonna do a Trump, I really gotta. I really gotta have a like. I've not heard.
You
Trump
have to have
do
just like his key phrases, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I just haven't done a Trump in such a long time.
I'm not even gonna try it.
We're not even. We're gonna save a Trump for the future podcast. We're gonna have a future podcast where it's just me talking the whole time and it's Trump debating Obama, and that's just gonna be the podcast.
There's gonna have to be some editing done to this one, unfortunately.
I mean, there's gonna probably have to be editing done to everyone.
All right, so what was I saying though? You always throw me off with your bullshit, bro.
I do.
This is our first fight, by the way.
Off the board, off the backboard, homie.
Oh boy!
You better go up there and collect that rebound.
That's a charge.
You
ref.
collect that rebound, sir. I'm gonna put the shot up, and you better collect that damn rebound. Cause I'm the fucking star player right here, bro. Pass me the ball, damn it. I put it up.
Go.
Throw it up. All right. Yo. This was actually...
Who else has to pee?
No one's raising their hands. That's absolutely no one raising their hands. So, I got something good, though.
We were going 51 minutes, man.
Yeah, we're killing it, man.
First
episode. 51 minutes.
How do you read that?
We haven't even gotten to my main topic yet.
Like,
for the
you
first
say
episode.
slow and steady, man. Just
We're
like
just-
what? Just like what?
Clockwork.
Just like
And
what?
a tortoise.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're beating that hair
We're
tonight.
both tortoises right now.
Pause.
Are we tortoises? What's our I think ours is 19. Are we gonna say what year we were born? I've already given everything else.
Technically, like, it doesn't really matter at
in the
this
Chinese calendar.
point. There's 12.
Do you know what you
There's
are
no
in the
tortoise
Chinese?
in the Chinese.
No, there's not.
calendar,
But you know what you are in the Chinese calendar?
No. I think I want to think.
You don't say it. Don't say it because
not
I don't
even
want
sure
people to
what
know
it
how
is.
old we are. If you're right.
Yeah, I kind of want to say it's a dragon.
Nope.
But it's not.
No, it's not.
I know it's not.
No.
Because I was
If
like,
you say it, it doesn't
we
matter.
were right close to the dragon. No, so cool.
No,
if
you know what
could've
we
been the
are?
dragon.
You know what we are?
What's that?
Snake.
Oh, spooky.
Yep. Slithering through them grassies.
Yeah, man. Lying
But-
in the cut.
Eating tortoises that fucking
Yeah.
travel too slow.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a snake eat a tortoise?
No.
I bet it exists.
I don't know.
I bet there's a video
How
of
does-
someone watched a fucking
a snake
snake
is not
eat a tortoise.
swallowing a tortoise shell, though.
How do you know?
They got to figure out how to get that tortoise
Are
out
we
of the
live?
shell.
Is Earth flat?
Debatable.
Can you prove it? Can you prove it wrong? Can you prove me wrong?
Debatable.
Earth's flat, Drew.
Is it?
It's not.
Or is it not?
It's not. I don't think it is. No.
I think it's rotund.
It's somewhat of an oval shape, I believe.
It's all about perspective.
It's slowly changing.
If you were a 10th dimensional being, of course.
What
it's all
are
flat.
we talking?
It's all
Is
flat
this
to
your
you.
next?
No.
No. Let's talk about 10th dimension, man. You already went there.
We're not talking about dimensions right now.
All right. I'm gonna try
that's
my
something
best
later.
to just like get Drew pissed off on this podcast.
Do it. You can't. I'm unfazable.
Where he just starts throwing fists.
I'm
I'm just
untouchable,
gonna question
bro.
everything. Devil's advocate, right here. Let's go.
But yo,
God
we're gonna
does
bring
not
it
exist.
Back to the snake, the year of the snake,
God might exist.
and
I
the
can't
tortoise,
prove- I
and
can't
the
prove
hare.
that.
Let's talk about other.
I love God, by the
other
way.
creatures of the earth right now.
God's awesome.
So we'll bring it to the main topic.
I seriously mean that.
Relationships are an issue in modern day society.
Relationships are an
Yeah. For-
What between
for-
like a heterosexual couple or what? What are you
well,
talking about?
on multiple levels. I mean, it gets even worse. I can't tell from personal
I only know
experience,
one,
but I think that it like once you push into that the LGBTQ and all that.
Well, I can
like,
go down that rabbit hole with you.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like they're having even harder issues with finding relationships because they're just dealing with less people.
I only know
in their
one
groups.
female. I know a couple. I know one of them. So I don't even want to give references to why and how I know one person, just because she's sort of on a level of she's already got like a big fan base. So
Yeah.
don't even. But she's super open about her relationship status and everything like that. The other one was an old roommate you know, and she's in an awesome relationship.
Yeah.
Both of them are like seem really, really happy. But I've talked to her about like her thoughts on LGBTQ plus communities, and you know, she doesn't shine light on any of it. She doesn't want to make a big deal about it. But I would like to say what I took from it was that she, like, I've gone to Pride with her, you know, but that was back in like 2014. Shit's changed. That's almost 10 years ago.
No, that's actually crazy.
But I saw then too, where I was like, okay, open to everything, and I am. But I was like, this shit could take a fucking turn. And then when, you know, there's just a lot of stuff that you could fucking hit on. But what was your main question? What did you even say?
My main question was to move away from that.
Yeah, well,
We were talking about creatures.
So this is what's the difference between me and you is like I know that you're more of a traditional person, and I would say that both of us came from like a conservative side, where like when I was growing up, I was much more liberal. I was like fight against like gay rights, like abortion, boom, drugs are cool, smoke weed, LSD, mushrooms, you know,
no, that's
rebel, revolution,
that's how you're raised as a kid, for
love,
sure.
peace, like learn from the hippies. You know, and then the older that I've gotten, the more I've leaned back
more
towards
conservative
conservative. Become, yeah.
There's like okay, a lot of that.
So
didn't
I'm
make
not.
sense.
It's not that against like. There's like I could give up like real information right now, which anything that I say doesn't like anything that I say politically doesn't really matter, because this is one thing that my civics and economics teacher taught me. This was in 7th grade. He said, if you don't vote, anything that you say
doesn't matter.
Is void. Yeah, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you vote, then you have a voice, right? Well, unfortunately, I don't vote. I never have.
I mean, I kind of feel like
33 years old.
That's part of the mind control, though. They're convincing you that.
I think that's also the reason I've never had jury duty.
But even on the other side,
I don't think I'm in the system.
You'll use your voice with a vote,
I'm a black
and then
sheep.
you'll lose, and it won't mean anything. Or you win.
I'm part of the
KKK.
Did I ever tell you something?
That's the worst part.
I'm part of the KKK.
Like, everybody who voted for Biden was like, yeah, we got it. We won, y'all.
And this is
we
my
got
outing.
that guy
this
out
is
of
my
there.
Outing, to you.
I don't give a fuck if you're part of the KKK. You'll be dead by the end of the night, bro. Because this is a new... We on that
so
new-new,
you're telling
bro.
me don't go to sleep?
We on that new, bro. Yeah, exactly, man.
All right. So your first question is like just like how we're defining. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm busting
we went
balls.
everywhere with that shit because you're trying to make me angry. But
no. Yeah.
I'm just talking about an idea that I had the other day when it comes to men and women dating, particularly on the male side with how we have.
Let's just make it simple, and you're talking about a heterosexual couple.
Well, we're both men. So
are we both heterosexual men?
We are both heterosexual men.
How do you know that?
Because we're both heterosexual men.
Okay.
And so I call this the Black Widow dating theory.
I think I've heard this.
Yes,
I think you've told me this.
I've told you a little bit about it, but we're gonna
I'm gonna try
to
try my best to debunk this. Okay,
and you can run with it.
No, I'm not gonna run with it.
It starts with, I think men today are fearful of committing to attractive women.
Fearful of committing to an attractive woman.
Yes.
Okay.
And this comes from the idea of the Black Widow spider. The Black Widow spider is debatably one of the most attractive species of spiders. Spiders aren't attractive creatures, but the Black Widow has a distinctive look to it. It's got the red mark on it. It stands out. But these creatures also have really curious mating strategy where the female Black Widow kills the male Black Widow after they're done mating.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, right? You ain't trying to handle that.
This fucking guy.
But
Saking fucking blood-sucking motherfuckers.
Right? Dangerous females. That's the idea behind it.
So this is your theory.
Attractive women are dangerous in a lot of men's eyes due to their attractiveness. You can see it in television shows. We were just watching one earlier today where this woman, she's very attractive. She is trying to sneak into this criminal organization by getting along with the head guy in charge.
By using
and
her
using
charm,
her attractiveness
yeah.
to pull him in, convince him that she is like fully in the good,
Right.
and then eventually turn
She
on him
played
and
the
sell him
part.
out.
She played the part.
She plays her part, and that's similar to the Black Widow spider. They're filling their
I got you.
role.
I understand what you're saying. Why are you afraid of that? If you already know that it's the Black Widow.
I'm saying if you're aware of it, you can approach it properly.
Right.
But
Yep.
But the idea is that there is a certain fear in mind when you approach it in the first place, because you are aware that this could be this beautiful woman could show herself in many different lights, and I'm not going to be able to know until I get far enough into her persona. So if I'm going to even approach this, I have to be in a certain mind state where I'm ready to react, which is off base, throwing you on defensive as that male Black Widow. You're worried about the back end before you can even approach on the front end, and it comes down to these different things like social media and like OnlyFans and such. Like, I have a thought in my head when I see a beautiful woman, I say, is she on OnlyFans?
Right.
That's a thought that just is going to come through.
Yeah, even
when you talk to her, you talk to her, and you're going, and
you can,
they can call themselves out. They will blow their own spot by saying certain things.
All right, so you have to give me an example, because I work with both men and women, right? I'm just gonna keep this very simple. But
I'm just saying this: as soon as a woman mentions money, it puts dudes on edge.
I don't think I've ever been in a conversation where a woman. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I do. I got him. I mean, but yeah, it's something that I guess what it is like I view them more. I just don't want to put anybody in a group, but yeah, it's not something that I want to talk about with a woman.
It's tough. It's tough because like you don't even want to group, but
I don't want anybody to know how much money I have.
You don't want a woman to talk to you about money.
No,
you want to talk to them about who they are.
I did at one point.
How you can relate to each other.
I did at one point.
I know, but it's negative.
At one point, want women to know how much money I had.
Yeah, and now you've grown out of that. You figured out that
I don't want them to know
that
any
is
of that.
not how you want that approach to be made, because it's.
I used to think that
it's manipulative and it's.
Well, I can tell you what happens too. Is like it's very obvious. Is like why I was giving that information out is because I knew at that time certain women would bite, right?
Yeah.
But that's if you don't mention that, like how's a Black Widow even gonna know what? If you don't. At what point what's so the thing is like what you're thinking about is getting into a long-term relationship with a Black Widow.
Yeah,
that's where it's dangerous.
Yeah, of course. And
if your analogy
of the problem,
of a Black Widow is what you say,
but the problem is the Black Widow is as simple as being an attractive female, and not all of them will be Black Widows,
right?
But the fact that
there can't be somebody like if you want to, what's its word? Is it misogynistic? Like where you just even have a rating scale in the first place?
I mean, misogyny is about hate
or like just being
women.
Shallow.
Yeah, you could say shallow.
So if you were to do that, right, and you were to have this rating system,
mm-hmm.
One of the I'm jumping just a little bit, but this is within like a case study that so I don't have any references right now, but I can get it if anybody wants to look it up themselves, or if you want to look it up, doesn't matter, but. It's both men and women of the human species. I don't know other species, but within the human species, it's when another person looks at another person, one of the first thoughts that goes through their mind is, are they do they want to fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a yes or no question, but it goes a little deeper than that. It's more of like, is this person compatible? Is it like without having a conversation with this person, you're already one of the first things subconsciously is and it's weird to think about it like that because you don't want to. It's once I learned this, I was like, damn, do I do that? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I fucking do. Like, even if it's like with you and I see you as like, no, you already put them in a box of like non-fucks and fucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's got to be a guy thing, and it's not. It's like women do the same thing as like if this person is compatible or not. Like with it, is this person gonna fit my needs?
Yeah. Women got such a crazy way to do it too, because you can tell. Like, is she going to make eye contact with you? That's like the first sign. If she smiles at you, that's like 2 signs. And you're not going to get that much.
What I was getting at is you putting a girl on a scale. So if I was to put a woman on a scale and I say, okay, like honestly, first of all, like I would have men and women. You have to know that 0 is nothing. And that can't exist because everybody is something. And 10 is perfect. And nobody's perfect, so that doesn't exist either. So you've got 1 through 9. Right? If you want to do that 0 to 10 scale or whatever. No one's a 10, so the best you can be is a 9. I'm definitely not a 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely not an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'd fight to try to be a 7, but I'm pretty sure I'm a 6, right? And I don't think that women view that same scale the same way. Yeah. It's like, bitch, you're perfect. Like, listen,
women,
you're queen.
You're
queen.
10.
You're 10.
You're 10.
Everybody's a 10.
Yeah, we're all 10s.
But the real question is, like, all right, so are you, though?
And that's the funny thing, because if a guy is going to have the confidence to approach any woman, he kind of has to, he's got to think that he's a 10. Even though he knows that he's not, he's got to put himself into the mindset that I'm a 10, I could get any girl, I'm in abundance. And
I get where they're coming from.
I'm not worried about this. Like, I lose this, it's not a loss to me because I'm a 10 and I was trying to bring in.
I definitely don't think that, like, if you see yourself and you come to the realization, like I have, that I'm either a 6 or a 7, really in the 100% of options for what I'm trying to attract or what I'm searching for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because what I'm searching for, like, I would call a 10, right? But if I'm going to be realistic and use my same logic that, you know, it is what it is. But I'm searching for the best of the best. So I would assume they're going to want the best of the best, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but...
Everyone's looking for the best of the best.
You definitely want to have... You definitely don't want to... If you come to the realizations of using that logic, whatever, and you do see what your actual number is and, like, how you're viewing this, like, but you still have to have self-confidence. I'm not saying, like, if you come to the realization that you're a 3 or whatever, it's bad to scale people. Let's just be honest. I don't want to be that person anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take back everything that I just fucking said. Don't scale yourself and don't scale other people. Don't rape people. Don't rape people! But I think you have a different take on it, is what I'm getting. Like, you're trying to go down, like, this, like, path of, like, why women have, like, decided that, like, go ahead, because I think I know what you're saying.
Well, I'm mainly talking about this new phenomenon that's happening with just the different changes in society where
this is a serious
women are making
podcast.
Yeah, women are making more money.
Women aren't not making necessarily women.
I'm not saying they're making.
General,
I'm not saying they're making more money than men necessarily. I'm just saying they're making more money than they did in the past.
Yes, that's
all I'm saying. Yeah,
and I'm not saying women or men are making more money. I can tell you,
of course,
if there's so much going into just that one formula itself to, like, answer a lot of that, but it's why women find comfort in, like, or men. Women are going into more fields that are dealing with people because they like that emotional attachment to people.
Yeah.
Men are going into more things with toys, tech, making more money.
Yeah.
So that's where you find this, like, why are men making more money than women? It's not because, like, if a woman gets into that same job as a man, they're getting paid the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's because women choose jobs that pay less is why you have that statistic or that graph.
Yeah. The Black Widow theory is mainly based around women who are very attractive and engage in a promiscuous lifestyle through something like OnlyFans or hookup culture.
Those are the
or,
outcast of the statistic.
Like I can't tell you the percentages of this.
I don't know if
I
most
can't
women
read
are having
I wouldn't say
OnlyFans.
that most women are.
I don't know
I
what the
wouldn't
percentage
say.
is.
I 100% would not say that most women would fall into this category.
I know there's a
But
lot
I
in Queen City, but
do
I
know by the nature of social media that a lot of men are aware of this category.
Right.
They are aware of that these Black Widows exist, so by that nature, when they see an attractive woman, they are going to wonder to themselves, is she a good woman or could she be one of these Black Widows? And
The thing is, if you're careful, like you said, if you're aware of it, look, man, I just don't think that. I don't think that you should. There's so many good women out there. There's just like this is.
I'm
like
not
an
telling
irrelevant
people to be
conversation that
afraid of...
I get that they're out there, and I think they're very obvious to spot.
No, yeah, for sure.
Within like first 5 minutes of a conversation.
But a lot of times you're sitting down.
And I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's
And
a
I'm
bad
not
thing.
even like
do your thing.
That's the
do
thing.
Your
Like
thing.
we're even
Honestly,
gonna
do your thing.
I'm gonna run back
You're
to
gonna
the
have
OnlyFans
so
thing.
many. I just don't understand. It adds up. Does it not?
There are a lot
If
of
you-
good
like-
women out there who do OnlyFans. There are a lot
Yeah,
that don't
I
do
know.
anything
Like I think
really
if I was,
wild
I would do
and
it.
promiscuous. They might show
easy
their
money.
feet
I don't give
pictures.
a fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
they're just chilling, making some easy money because they have a little bit of fan base and people wanted to see what they're doing. I can't really hate that. Like it's not like
Nope, I'm just not gonna date you.
that is true to a degree. Like
I'll be friends with you.
yeah, I mean I'll be friends with anybody as long as they're not bringing bad on me, but it's just
I think it's
a weird
awesome.
situation where we're getting.
I think, and they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
How can you be mad at that?
I mean, yeah, as a guy, we have to be
So I don't
pretty
have an
aware
opinion
of
on
that
it, really.
stuff.
I think I do, but it just doesn't matter.
It's inconsequential in the moment, but comes up when you
I think, like
get
you
into
said,
one of those situations.
Going back, if you're aware of this Black Widow theory, that you can pretty much handle it.
Sure, and that's why I'm trying to bring this up.
Yeah.
Like, this is the idea that, like, men have to be aware whether a woman has got some venom or if she's...
You know what's crazy?
chill.
It started raining outside. I wonder if any of it's being picked up by audio.
I mean, it's got a little bit, but,
We've started. This is one of. It's not raining outside, and we've just added in this trickle effect. So
we're just trying
enjoy.
to help y'all relax as we
talk about some
chill out on this
crazy.
podcast.
It's
We
boring.
don't
I
have
think
too
it
much
is-
more to go, but we're going.
Let's
before
talk
we
about
get
some
to end.
fucked up shit then.
I want to let me finish everything I got on this.
All right, first
And then-
episode by
then we'll
by
stop.
the DA. By the way, DA, he it is what it means. He is the district attorney.
Yeah,
of
let me
of
break
Queen
that down
City.
a little bit.
I don't know if we were allowed to say
I'm not
that.
the
You might get
no.
sued
I'm
by
not the district. Yeah, you said that. I never said that.
by Charlotte.
that.
Listen, this dude's claiming he's
Let
the
me
fucking district
Take
attorney
a
of
little
Charlotte,
moment to break down my name.
Mecklenburg, Charlotte.
At
Mecklenburg
some
County, Charlotte?
point, you will hear a more detailed breakdown through one of the songs
Apparently,
I
I'm
make.
supposed to play this character too. Like I'm in contract. Like he gets paid more than I do. I don't know why. It's fucking bullshit.
Because he's supposed to be quiet until I explain this.
Yeah, but he
he
doesn't know what
keeps
he's
on
doing.
jumping
He
in.
doesn't know what he's talking about.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm explaining my own freaking name. Of course I know what it's talking about.
He's the district
The
attorney.
DA.
The DA.
So, people think the...
and who am
they
I?
speak-
And who am I? Who am I?
MD, get the fuck out of
All
here.
right, okay.
Anyway, The typically
the
is
MD,
spelled
I'm just
The. T-H-E.
Oh God.
T-H-E. The H-E. The he.
It's T-H-A.
But-
He goes by the.
For me, I use the. D-U-H.
Oh, he goes by D. Yeah.
D-U-H. Like the.
Are you talking about your other username?
I'm talking about why I am the DA.
You're
I'm
DA
trying to
because it's your
explain.
fucking initials.
There's more to it than that, which
Okay.
I'm trying to explain,
All right,
but you
okay,
keep
all
fucking
right,
jumping
okay,
in and trying to break.
It's a whole book. This just
It's
write
like,
a
oh,
fucking
you're an
goddamn
idiot,
book.
bro. You don't know why your name is the DA. Shut the
I know
fuck
why
up,
I'm
bro.
MD,
I know you are, but we'll get to that.
but
after
nobody
I
knows why I'm
explain
the
this shit,
DOC.
dude. Wow.
I'm the drug of choice, by
I
the
think
way.
it's really obvious, actually, that you're the drug of choice for somebody who's really fucked up, like a bad situation.
There is a story. I know you because you've told me before.
I'm just,
All right,
yeah,
so DA is
it
not
doesn't
only
even
just
take
your
that
initials.
much. Duh is like duh, like
DA,
why are you
duh.
not listening to this dude? Duh, and
All
DA is like
I think that was
the
always
district
DUH, by the way.
attorney, who is typically a bad guy for any different cities, because you're gonna have to go against the district attorney. But I'm flipping that shit on its head because I'm for the people.
And
The
you're
DA
definitely-
is for the people. Pay attention, of course. Duh, for the people. That's me, the DA. Simple as that.
You're definitely bad.
You can have your opinion on that, but in the end, the truth will come to light, and the judge will bang that gavel, and they'll realize that the DA has
see what
won
you're
again.
doing is because you fucking will hide evidence that that would allow a certain.
No, I'm a much more just DA than you've ever heard before.
Yeah, no, I know how the DA works, bro.
I'm a much more just DA than you ever heard before, because
Bro,
I don't
I
subscribe
can
to
tell
the
you-
same values that I've
I don't know
down.
who's more fucked up, the DA or defense attorneys. Because let me tell you, the stories I've fucking told.
Everyone's losing you right now.
right,
Everyone
all right,
loves
all right,
the
all
DA and is tired of these district attorneys.
Oh man, I have a therapist.
Explain the
For everybody
MD,
that
man.
wants to ask. MD. It's my,
Nobody
it's
wants
my
to
first
hear
name
your
and my last name.
crazy explanation.
First name, last name.
It's
MD. Also,
that's great. Better luck next
that's it.
time.
That's all you get. Better luck next time. Are you trying to fight right now?
I mean, you jumped all over my explanation of the name. I feel
right, what
like
do you want me to
this
say?
is
DAMD.
perfectly.
I'm not gonna say.
Keep
I don't-
on, explain it
people
more
wanna
so
do
I
their own research, you
continue
can
to
tell
shit on what you're talking
who
about.
I am and what I do.
Oh man,
I'm nobody, by the way.
he's a fucking ghost.
I try to be.
Anyway.
This isn't gonna help.
Oh no. No, I mean shit, man. We were both supposed to be ghosts by nature. The stuff that we say is too sensitive for the normal human ear.
I remember shooting up Fraser's truck in U Club parking lot with a paintball gun, and I had gotten permission by Fraser. It was that old, you know what I'm saying? It sat there forever. It was like a beat up
Yeah.
pickup truck.
It's like
it was
an
like-
F-350 or something.
Yeah, but it was ragged.
Yeah.
And it was his paintball gun, I think, or it was one of his friends or something. And we were all shooting the truck. By the time the gun, or what's called a marker. I know my pinball. This is what I was gonna say. I know my paintball shit. Marker. I don't. Shooting it up. By the time the machine marker, paintball gun, whatever, was handed to me, I think by that time police had already been called, and it was handed to me. I shot at the truck like rapid fire.
Mm-hmm.
Shot up like 10 times, and we got blue lighted. I threw the gun underneath the truck. We were like, what's the word I'm looking for? We weren't causing, like, it wasn't like we were doing graffiti on a house or something. It was like proper.
It's your
We
own
weren't
personal
we
property.
weren't damaging. It was personal property, and it's like you're painting, right? You
Yeah.
could be out there painting your truck, but you're just doing it in a very unique way.
Yeah.
Anyways, police were called, and I'm not trying to get in any trouble. Ditched the fucking marker underneath the truck, and I run to the back of that piece of property that you and Fraser were staying at, hopped the fence, and went into what was
The next
University
door,
Village,
Uville, yeah.
and walked until I saw somebody just randomly that I knew, and then I walked into their apartment.
You don't know how many times people jumped that fence and went into Uville while we were living there. That was definitely a situation that happened a decent amount.
There's so many stories that came out of U Club. I remember getting rocked real hard.
But yeah, that's why it's important to be aware of your
I
situation.
got rocked in the back of the head.
It's always important. That's why we'll bring it back to the Black Widow stuff. For people to
You're trying to bring
be
it back.
aware of what they're dealing with. So you need to make sure
Women are the
that
fucking devil.
you vet the situation.
And you
If
should
you
just lock yourself up in your room because the fucking world is going crazy.
If you are well off, like you got a decent amount of money,
It's not
you
worth
need
it.
to make sure that she has a decent enough mind that you can talk about something like a prenup without her going crazy.
Yeah, but I've learned that sometimes prenups, even with prenups,
yeah, they only help so much.
yeah,
That's where I got to clever financing.
I'm just not gonna get married,
with
bro.
this
Is
like
that okay?
this. You hear about this soccer player who he had everything saved under his mom's name. So
word, yeah.
she tries to divorce him,
Yeah,
and
you're
he's like,
"Let's
"Yo,
go."
I ain't got nothing.
I
It's
can't
all
be
under
there
my
with-
mom's. I got nothing. You
can't
got
be-
more money than me. You're paying alimony, babe. I'm sorry.
I can't
I got
be-
nothing here."
Yeah,
And I was just saying,
I got
like, it's
nothing.
not going to work for everybody. Check with your lawyer. But if you're in that type of situation,
you know what's
gotta
crazy
be creative.
is when you meet somebody and they do have like you like like do you have a personal lawyer?
No.
Well, I
No.
have several.
Unless you
But
call
it's for-
like my relations because they work as lawyers.
Well, I have like a defense attorney, but I also have
DA.
an attorney that deals with real estate.
yeah.
They both do different things, and then one that this is a whole nother episode that we're gonna talk about some shit. Like I said, this is the damned podcast. Okay,
Yeah.
there's gonna be one
We
episode.
only have so much.
Right. Yeah, we're about to shut this down. About to shut it down.
Shut it down in under 10
but
minutes,
we're
boys.
just going to be an episode where we talk about one thing
And
that
girls.
me and you have both done.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of like, do you know what I'm talking about? That like is like, I'm trying to give you a hint, but we've both done it, and it's a $10,000 mistake. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's something that we could, because we're not perfect. I want to be, but I know that I can't. Like I said, I have a therapist that I talk to.
We're living and learning.
I have to suck her dick like once a week, but it's cool.
Which reminds me, watch out for those hidden investments. You gotta be aware of where people are investing their time. Like when you're in a relationship,
You're
you
trying
gotta
to be
know
so serious. I love this.
what she's hiding. I mean, you gotta know what you're hiding. People are hiding things. It happens.
People are
Along
hiding things.
with making sure that to make sure the playing field is leveled to not have as many hidden things. You want to make sure that you're dressing modestly so you're not attracting negative attention. That's one thing that women can do to not look like the Black Widow. They can chill out.
Yeah, but does that mean that they're not the Black Widow? Because now you're
Not
saying like
necessarily.
now
I'm
you're
teaching-
giving
I'm
advice
putting- I'm
to
putting
Black
her on
Widows
game
like
as well.
how to
I
like, behave
don't
to
care.
not be the Black
I
Widow.
do not care.
That's what you're saying.
We're helping the world today. Everyone
You
needs
don't
to be
even know what
aware
the
of
fuck
this.
you're talking about.
No. You need to be aware of both sides. I can give you both game, but
I
we
got-
both need to be aware of what the heck's going on.
Right,
If you
right,
are aware
okay.
enough of what's going on, then you'll be able to see what
Are you a
when
Black
someone's
Widow?
running the game. I mean, no.
So I want to say something, and then we'll end it with this, okay? We won't end it. We'll let you end it because you're the host.
Yes, sir.
But it's like when I invest into a relationship. So I've been in like very long relationships, and they've all been fun. They're their own stories, and in their own ways, but and they were all fun. But I learned lots of lessons from them, and especially the last one, and it just kind of like I don't know if I'll ever talk about that. Jeez. Like it just I'm so more it's fucked me up, really, because like I'm just like, wow. I was so like trying to chase this dream of like, so trying to get into this long-term
perfect relationship,
right?
This
and
thing that could
that
build into
you can,
kids
but
and-
you can get into, but it takes a lot of fucking work by both parties. But I was trying to force it, and I don't know where I was going with this, but it's made me kind of like I said with this last relationship, I've kind of like shelled up like the tortoise. Oh my God, Drew! I brought
Yeah.
it back all the way to a circle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a finished circle.
Yeah.
I'm going slow and steady with this whole fucking thing, man.
Yeah.
Because I kept jumping into it.
He run
yeah,
into
yeah,
the girls.
yeah.
She'd be so crazy.
Oh, they're fun, though.
He's just crawling into that
But,
shell
like,
and just like,
okay,
leave me
I'm saying,
alone. Just
with
just
my
please
emotions.
leave me alone.
With my emotions. Like, I just don't. Bro,
Yeah.
I've got. Never mind. I just don't. I'm a very, like, open person when it comes to, like, what I would want in a relationship.
Yeah.
But that takes being vulnerable, and that's where like you have to be super fucking careful that you don't run into what you're trying to describe as this Black Widow theory. Because like I could be like, I don't want to say victim of it, because like if you're a victim of it, then you fucking deserved it. It just learn your lesson is what I'm saying. It's like because they are out there, but there's also very sweet,
Beautiful.
educated,
Great brains, intelligent,
and independent.
spiritual.
They can be independent. They don't have to depend
They
on
will
anybody.
make you feel better every day. Of
And
your
they're
life.
awesome people, you know. But you know, everybody has their, you know, I guess their preferences. But for both parties or all parties, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
I'm
sucked
just
dick
trying
before?
to. No. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Just a question.
Anyway. So you're looking for some things to look at. Like everyone always talks about red flags. I'm saying some green flags. Green flags. She dresses modestly despite being beautiful. She's relaxed on her social media. You see pretty
mean by
pictures.
relaxed? Okay, go.
Yeah, she's got pretty pictures, but she's not like they're not like all in bikinis. They're not like all in boats.
Yeah,
they're
but
not
I
like
bikinis.
they're not like all in front of some
I get what you're
super
saying.
nice car.
get
Yeah,
what
I
you're
mean
saying.
you may like bikinis, but like
I get what you're saying. I understand.
yeah, they're also worrisome.
Because
Because as soon as you see that girl in the bikini and you realize she lives around you, you might just try to slide into her DMs and be like,
I mean, I'm
"Hey,
definitely gonna
what's,
slide into the
what's your
DMs.
life like, babe?" You know.
I don't slide into anybody's DMs.
Anyway, and then finally, you want a manageable schedule. Can you put her schedule into your own mindset and say, okay, this makes sense. This is how we are living our lives, and this is how we're going to grow. Just living our weekly schedules. So you don't have to know everything they're doing, but you want to know enough that you can feel confident that you're both moving towards what y'all want to move to. And if y'all are focused enough on that, then neither of you are really going to have time to deal with other people who are trying to climb in, because you're both so on the right trajectory that you're doing that together, and everybody else doesn't really they're not on your level. They don't make sense to you.
Here, I'm gonna add one more thing. So don't give up hope on like a good like do you know how to dodge where Drew sorry about that. You might have to edit that out.
Whatever.
DA buddy.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
I've been doing that the whole episode. I see relationships that exist, and I actually smile at them. Did you see that? Did you see the couple that when we were ordering food
With the baby?
with the baby?
Yeah.
That was good. That I could tell that it was a healthy relationship.
It was pretty healthy. Like, it was actually kind of
It was
interesting.
a fun dynamic.
I was wondering, like, I felt like the dude was more into it than the woman. Like, I was kind of, I was kind of
The
questioning.
mom was sitting there with the baby, bouncing her up and down on the.
yeah, but the dude was so interested in like the baby and
Dude, have you ever had
being
a baby?
happy. No, That's what made me wonder. Like, is this dude the father,
He
or
was.
could he
He definitely
possibly
was.
be some other dude who's
No.
just started dating this chick.
No.
And he's just trying to get in
No,
with
that
her
was
by being super down.
I looked at both
for-
at her
for
orientation and his orientation, their ethnicities, I guess. That baby came from them.
I mean, that's the baby looked like it was like I was like, okay, that's
Their baby.
a
That's their
relatively
baby.
like mixed looking baby.
I got past that real quick.
But like I was also thinking about like
But what I
what
was
is this
saying
other
is-
scenario
is,
where this dude is,
listen, hold on. Let's fucking wrap this shit up, all right? I got 4 seconds. I love you. No, yeah, we're at the 1:30 mark. But what I want to say is like the good can happen, you know. Just don't be part of the damned, I guess, or be part of the damned.
join the damned.
This is the damned, and
Well, this is where we learn about the damned while we do the damn
dude, there's
thing.
so much more better shit out there to like to you definitely need to be aware of these types of these things that we're gonna
Hey,
dude,
that's
this is
what
just
I
the
had.
first episode.
I have this right here. Smart men avoid black widows because they require more and to maneuver around the net. For a man to be very successful, they must also be very perceptive and quickly decipher a situation's nature. And this plays for both races, both sexes. I meant to say both sexes first. There's more than both races. But anyway.
Just 2 races.
There are only 2. We've cut
all
it
right,
down.
all right. Let's.
But
all right.
yeah. Anyway, as we wrap this thing up, I'm just trying to say,
Wrap
aware.
it up.
Be aware. Be aware of what's going on in society. Be aware of how everything's moving, and react to what you see.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
React to what you see, because people will show you who they are, and you just got to be aware of how they're moving.
And for everybody, my Instagram is and my Twitter is blah, 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 blah. And if you want to
And make sure you like, comment, and
and
subscribe. Yeah.
All right.
Leave a nice message that something that you
His
would
personal telephone
tell
number is 555
your favorite
618
grandparent.
21
Just tell us what you
81.
would tell your favorite
him up.
grandparent about how you love your life and how. Oh my goodness, we're done.
Yep. Love you guys.